Years ago, when our children were little, my parents had a holiday house in Putelli. Our summer holidays were always spent there. Often we'd be hoping that the next day's weather would be better than that of the day we just had. But nevertheless, at the end of the holiday, we had to drag ourselves home. If we crossed the Runcorn Bridge, we'd savour the aroma of the Widnes chemical industry. If we came home through the tunnel, we'd be greeted by the sight of a derelict and forlorn Albert Dock. Either way, coming home was bittersweet. Things have changed. Widnes no longer smells, and Liverpool has been revitalised. But I felt a bit of that bittersweet homecoming last Sunday, knowing full well that we were returning to a period of isolation. Normally I love being at home, but now that I'm being told to stay at home, then of course the very thing that I want to do is go somewhere else. How can I emerge from this period of isolation with my sanity intact? I read a couple of things this week that have helped me to think through how to survive, how to thrive in the next few weeks. I don't quite know how or even if these two things fit together, but I'll share them anyway. Firstly, I read Godfrey Butland's blog. He used a phrase, an unintended Sabbath. We have this time when we are forcibly removed from routine, from our busyness. We can use it for rest and reflection, or we can rail against it. That's my choice and yours. And secondly, I read a passage from Hebrews chapter 9. It's a book that's quite difficult, it's technical. I read this. For Christ did not enter a sanctuary made by human hands, but he entered into heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of God on our behalf. When I read that, I imagined something that I can't adequately describe. Something of joy, something of love, of rich colour and subtle texture. Something huge yet intimate. It flooded my mind, just imagining Christ in the presence of God on my behalf. Stay at home. This time of staying at home with us may be bittersweet, even though we're surrounded by the familiar things, the sights and smells of home, things we love. Many of us yearn to be out and about, to be with our friends and family. But our true home isn't where we are right now. I've been reminded this week that my true home and yours is with God. Christ has gone ahead. He has opened the way for us. And so I'm praying that all of us will be able to use this time to draw close to him.